Welcome, everyone. Teaching is this incredibly rewarding profession, driven by pure passion. But let's be real, it's also defined by time, or usually the absolute lack of it. In this explainer, we're going to look at how to completely transform your daily workflow. We're exploring a method that literally takes the heavy lifting out of resource creation, allowing you to focus your energy exactly where it belongs, on your students. Okay, let's dive into this. Picture this. It's 9 p.m. You've finally finished checking notebooks, entering the day's grades, replying to those anxious emails from parents, and sketching out tomorrow's lesson framework. You are completely wiped out. You're so ready to just shut your laptop. But there is still that one massive task hovering over your head. Yep, you still have to create a reading passage. And as any educator knows, you can't just pull some random text off the internet. It has to perfectly match your student's specific reading level. It needs to tie right into the current lesson's theme, feature targeted comprehension questions, and hopefully be interesting enough that your kids actually want to read it. It's an absolutely essential task, but man, does it require a lot of cognitive energy at the very end of a long day. For a lot of us, this manual prep process is a huge time sink. We're talking 30 to 60 minutes of your already super limited evening just gone. If you actually sit down and do the math on that, it adds up to almost an entire month of full-time work over a school year. A whole month just lost to producing literacy tools for the classroom? Now, you might be thinking about artificial intelligence as the ultimate shortcut here, but here's the catch. A lot of teachers just open up a tool like ChatGPT and type in a super basic request, something like, create a reading passage. And what happens? You get a totally generic result. It might be way too hard, way too easy, or completely disconnected from your curriculum. The real secret isn't just using the tech. The secret is knowing how to prompt it with the exact mindset and precision of a trained educator. Simply put, generic inputs are always going to give you generic, unusable outputs. And this brilliantly illustrates the difference. Look at the stark contrast between these two approaches. On one hand, you have that basic, ineffective prompt, create a reading passage about climate change. But on the other hand, you have a highly engineered, educator-driven prompt. It says, act as an experienced grade 4 teacher, create a 300-word reading passage about climate change using simple vocabulary suitable for grade 4 learners. Include a clear beginning, middle, and ending. Use examples that children can relate to. After the passage, generate 5 comprehension questions, 2 literal, 2 inferential, and 1 critical thinking question. So, let's break down the anatomy of why that specific, detailed prompt works so beautifully. It operates exactly like a well-structured lesson plan. First off, it assigns the AI a role, an experienced grade 4 teacher. Second, it locks in the exact grade level and word count length so things don't get out of hand. Third, it dictates the vocabulary constraints to make sure the text is actually accessible. And finally, it explicitly asks for specific question types, literal, inferential, and critical thinking. You're no longer just asking for a block of text, you're actively directing the pedagogy. When you make that mental shift to this educator-first prompting technique, the transformation is honestly staggering. That task that used to drain an entire hour of your precious evening, it's now completed in under 5 minutes. Literally within seconds, the AI hands you a beautifully tailored, classroom-ready activity. But getting your evening back is really just the beginning of what this technology can do for your instructional design. Let's move on and see how this builds, because the workflow gets even better. We all know every classroom is packed with diverse learner needs. Differentiated instruction is an absolute must, but usually that means triple the workload for you. Well, not anymore. With your baseline passage already created, you just tell the AI, hey, create 3 versions of this exact grade 4 passage. Give me 1 for struggling readers, 1 for average readers, and 1 for advanced readers. Just like that, your single lesson effortlessly scales to hit the unique reading level of every single student in your room. And you don't even have to stop there. You can trigger these rapid-fire cascading benefits to build out an entire learning package. From that one initial passage, you can ask the AI to whip up a vocabulary worksheet, pulling out 10 keywords with matching exercises. You can ask for higher-order Bloom's taxonomy questions. You can generate a 10-item multiple-choice quiz, complete with the answer key. You can even have it design a collaborative group activity based on the text. Suddenly, that one reading passage becomes the absolute foundation for a comprehensive, multi-day lesson plan. Now, what's really interesting about this concept is how it represents the ultimate breakthrough in how we view educational technology. Teachers who really master this stop looking at AI as just a basic content generator. Instead, it becomes your AI teaching assistant. It's a tireless partner that never runs out of creative ideas, never complains about being fatigued at 9 p.m., and can instantly customize materials across completely different subjects and grades right on demand. However, as much as we love this capability, we've got to anchor our excitement in responsibility. Organizations like IST and ASCD constantly remind us about the crucial need for safe, ethical AI integration in schools. This means the AI is an assistant, all right? Not an autopilot. You absolutely must review all generated content. You have to check the facts thoroughly. You need to adjust those examples to fit your local cultural context and make sure the language truly matches your specific learners. Human oversight is 100% non-negotiable. So the crucial point is this: ChatGPT or any AI should never replace a teacher's professional judgment. The real magic in a modern classroom doesn't happen just because you got fast technology. The best educational outcomes only happen when this incredible technological efficiency is deeply paired with your human empathy, your understanding of your kids, and your seasoned professional expertise. Teaching is changing faster than ever. New tools are emerging, and they're bringing massive new opportunities for educators all around the world. As we look at the evolving classroom, the narrative really isn't teachers versus AI. It's about empowering teachers who know how to use AI effectively. The ultimate goal here is to help you spend drastically less time on those draining, repetitive tasks late at night, so you can spend your time doing what actually matters, connecting with and helping your students learn. If you found this explainer valuable, consider subscribing to MindSpark Ed, where we explore the future of education, practical teaching strategies, AI tools for educators, and the ideas shaping tomorrow's classrooms. Before you close your laptop tonight, just ask yourself, what will you do with that extra hour of your time? Because when teachers grow and reclaim their energy, it is the students who truly benefit. Empowering educators, inspiring learners, shaping the future of education. This is MindSpark Ed.